Very good morning to all my dear students. Welcome back to Food for All again. Last time we have already finished now what are the improved methods of agriculture. In that we have learnt about how improved seeds can be used for the cultivation. Then what are the modern methods of irrigation, that means the supply of water, as well as how a farmer is using fertilizers to increase the yield of the he's produced fine or good crop yield. But do you think so only good crop yield is important? How do they get this good crop yield? Only by improved seeds or even using the modern methods or using fertilizers? No, my dear students. See, farmer has to take even care of the crop plants. Farmer has to protect the crops from various things. Okay, now why he has to protect the crops? It is because when the crop is growing or in the in the standing field, what happens is that it can be attacked by various pests. Now what are these pests? Pests can be anything. You might have seen sometimes in your garden also that the plants can get attacked by some of the insects, or maybe some mice, rats, worms, fine. So all these are called as what? Pest. Ants, fine, insects, all these are called as pest. So the farmer needs to take care of all these things. So farmer needs to protect the crop. So today we are going to learn about how a farmer protects the crop, as well as how he, after harvesting the crops, how he can store the grains. Fine. So now let us proceed further. So a standing field can be attacked by various pests like rats, mice, fine, and these insects or other pests can attack the stem or maybe the roots of the plants, and even nibble away the leaves as well as eat into the fruits. You can see the various insects here, fine. So this even not only this pest can attack the crop standing field, but even sometimes the crop gets infested by certain diseases. And what are these diseases? These diseases can be caused by certain microorganisms. These microorganisms can be like bacteria or maybe fungi. Okay, so these microorganisms can also cause diseases in the of the crops in the standing field. And then what happens is that this decreases the yield of the crops, and farmer has to suffer a great loss. Fine. So due to this, what happens is that due to loss, the farmer sometimes even can commit suicide and all, because there is a loss, because he takes loans and all. For that he requires to protect the crops. Now how he can protect the crops? Okay, so there are farmers, what they do is that they spray certain chemicals as a remedy for protecting the crops. They spray certain chemicals in the form of pesticides or insecticides, and sometimes even the seeds. Okay, so you can see how they are spraying here, so that these germs will be killed or insects will be killed. And even sometimes before growing the crops, the seeds which they use, what they do is that they cover it with certain solutions or spray certain chemicals on so that the seed gets covered with that solution. Last time I have told you that it is some microbial solution. That means certain microorganisms are there which covers the seeds and protects the further damage, so that other microorganisms will not be able to grow on them later on. So this is how protection of the crops is done. But is only protection of the standing crops is important? No, my dear students. Once the crop is grown nicely, fine, now the farmer is happy that the crop has grown very nicely and it is ready for harvesting. Now what does that harvesting mean? Harvesting is nothing but cutting of the crops. Now this cutting of the, once the cutting of the crops is done, there are other processes also which is not included in your syllabus, but let me tell you as extra information. After harvesting, the farmer has to thresh. Threshing means what? Remove the cover of the grains, that is called as threshing. Okay, and finally once the threshing is done, the cover which is called as the chaff removed from the grains by means of winnowing. Winnowing means, you might have seen certain some of the farmers, they just take like this and do, and so that with the air all the cover of the grains will be removed, that is called as winnowing. Fine. Now the grain is ready to be stored inside, and now the grain is ready to be taken to the market. Fine. But after finishing all these processes, does the farmer takes the crop directly to the directly for selling? No, my dear students, there are some more methods. So let us see how the farmer stores the grain. Now let us see how the farmer stores the grain. Okay, so before storing the grain, there is an important process before they are kept inside the sack or in the storehouses, in the warehouses. What farmer has to do is that grains, once they are harvested after the winnowing, okay, they have to dry them in the sun. Now, why the drying is important? Now, you will be studying in the methods of preservation why drying is important of the grains. Okay, now you might have seen that farmers are keeping the grains on the road and all for drying. Why is it important? It is important it's because the fresh grains which are harvested, it contains lot of water. A lot of water content is there inside it. So because of the water content, what can happen? It can get infested by certain microorganisms. Now there are microorganisms called as fungi. Now in fungi, what happens is that for their reproduction, I mean they have to grow more and more. For their reproduction, they produce certain seed-like things. They are called as spores. So these spores require a favorable condition like water for them for their germination. So when these spores get water, they start germinating on whatever food is available for them to grow. So even they do not leave these grains. If these grains contain lot of water content, there also they will start germinating, and once they germinate, they spread all around the grain and the grains get spoiled, and these are then unfit for eating. So that is why before storing them inside the sack, they need to dry them in the sun. Once drying is over, the farmer can stock them inside the sack. Okay, now once these sacks are prepared, they can be stacked inside the house, or even after selling they can be stored in the warehouses or even in the shops. So farmers can use beans made of metal or wicker and then plastered with the mud. Okay, so this is how a farmer can so this is how a grain can be stored. But do you think so the stored grain can remain safe for a long time? No, my dear students, it can also get damaged. Now let us see how it can get damaged. It can get damaged in two ways. It can be either attacked by insects, ants, mites or rats. Fine, and then these will start nibbling, eating the grains, because it is a ready-made food for them, so why they will not eat? So once they are entering inside the warehouse, your grain gets damaged. Now this is one thing. Second thing is that if the sacks are stored in an area which is very closed, okay, there is no air, there is no ventilation, and even if it is moist, damp place, that means I have just now spoken, if the place the grains are wet, then they can get infested by the microbes, this fungal spores, and then they spoil. Fine. So if that is why when they are stored, they should not be stored in a closed and a damp place. So there are chances again of the fungus attacking them. Fine. So this is another way of how they can be attacked. But can we still prevent their damage? Yes, we can still prevent their damage, by just need to spray certain chemicals on them, okay, all around the place where they are stored. So you can see how the chemicals are sprayed here over the place where these sacs are stored. Fine. Second method is the use of the neem leaves. Now you might have seen sometimes if your mother has a habit of bringing too much of grains and storing it for a long time, or maybe these days of these days where there was lockdown and all, people have stored a lot of grains in their house. So how you can protect these grains from again getting damaged? Okay, so in Indian culture we know that neem leaves have lot of importance, or they are used as insect repellents. Okay, so dry neem leaves can be just kept inside or mixed with the grains. These neem leaves will repel all the insects or any other insects or pests which are coming near it. So this is another way how it can be protected. Okay, now there are also certain chemicals which are available inside in the market. Okay, so you can see like naphthalene balls and all. So they can be also kept around in a place where they can due to the smell of these chemicals, the insects are automatically repelled, you can see. Okay, so these are some of the preventive measures. Also there is one more important thing, is that you need to store storage places always should be dry. Okay, this is one thing. Second thing is they need to be well ventilated. Okay, airy, it has to be airy or well ventilated. So by following these certain methods or certain simple things of storing the grains, the farmer can protect his stored grain, because it is as important as that of growing the crops and getting the good yield. This is also very important, because sometimes they have to keep these grains for months and months together. Fine. So this is how a farmer is trying to protect the crop as well as store the grains. Okay, so in the next video we are going to learn about food storage and the importance of conservation of the environment. So till then students, bye and thank you and take care and God bless you.